Okay, next. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. My name is Alice. I'm in charge of the psych department.
Nice to meet you. Hi.
Charge nurse of cardio department.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay.
I'm Anna.
Nice to meet you, Hannah. Alright, so let's get to it. And all we're doing here right now is going to take so long. Trying to get to know you, trying to see how your character is, what you're made of, alright? Alright. Okay, so first question. I'd like to know, first of all, what gets you out of bed in the morning?
What gets me out of bed? I would probably have to say that it's knowing that I can be better by the end of the day, that I'm gonna be better than the previous day,
Mhm.
because I'm all about moving forward, not regressing. So I just see every day as new experience from which I can learn. So yeah, I guess just moving forward.
Okay, well, that's really good to know.
How do you evaluate success?
Success. I consider myself successful if I know that I'm giving everything that I'm doing 110%. Because then I know that I would be adding value to both my personal life and my work life. So yeah.
Okay, and then success does have a lot to do with weaknesses and strengths because that is what you're made of. So talking about weaknesses and strengths, I'd like to know what yours are.
Okay. Well, my strengths would probably be my curious character, um, how caring I am, and also my how I'm a leader. Because all of these things are aid so that I can be better. And for example, in the healthcare field, we always learn, continue it in education. There's always something going on where we have to learn a new procedure, a new skill, a new way to do something,
Mhm.
or caring obviously with our patients. And then the leadership is whenever we find a difficult task and we have to get over it, there has to be someone that takes the role of the leader and just goes on. And in regards to the weakness, I'd probably have to say that it's that I'm a perfectionist. I I follow everything down to the last little detail. And the thing is, again, the healthcare field, it's not always the way it's stated in the textbook. So I've had to learn to be flexible because sometimes there's easier ways to do certain tasks, but I still have to stick to protocol. But I found easier ways.
Okay, and by flexible, what are you referring to?
I mean, like doing the same procedure, but finding an easier way to do it, or just a more creative way, you can say.
Thinking outside the box, more like.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Well, other than that, I'd like to know what your pet peeves are.
My pet peeves.
Mhm.
Um, really grinds my gears when there's someone that isn't doing their job. Um, again, I'm gonna keep bringing it back to the healthcare setting. The PCAs, nurses, doctors, we all work as a team. So when someone's not doing their part, it's gonna affect everyone as a whole.
Yeah.
So if I see someone not doing their part, first I'm gonna try to see if it's just me that's noticing that. But
Mhm.
if someone else notices it, then maybe I'm gonna try talking to them in a way that they're not gonna be offended or anything, but that they'll react and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, maybe I didn't notice that I wasn't carrying my workload." And that way, once we talk to them, the workload will be redistributed equally.
That's a good way of thinking about it.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Do you see yourself working in the same place or finding another career?
In 10 years, well, in 10 years, I would have finished my schooling because I'm in the Rise to Success program. So, I'm basically being paid by Parkland to go to school. I would have finished that. I'm supposed to have moved up to the nursing role at that point. Um, I do see myself at Parkland at that point because I've already, set my roots here. So,
Okay. Well, now that you're mentioning about Parkland, have you ever had a conflict with any of your bosses around there, or any other job, or even in school with your professors?
mm, at school, I have. Um, this one time, one of my professors graded one of my projects, and it was, keep in mind, it was like a semester project, so it's a big portion of my grade,
Mhm.
and I put a lot of time and effort into it,
Yes.
and it wasn't the grade that I had expected. So I was really upset, pretty upset, and then but I let myself cool off.
Mhm.
And then once I cooled off, I went and I talked to the professor, and I was like, hey, could I have done better for this? Because it just honestly, I thought I put a lot of hard work into it. And then upon going over the rubric, he noticed that he had graded our projects with the rubric for one of the more advanced courses. And so he ended up apologizing for that and thanking me for having pointed that out and then regrading my project. And it was more like what I had expected.
All right. Well, something that when you're listening to me, it pointed out a lot. Well, I like to point out how how you took the situation when you received your grade. You weren't happy about it, but that same moment, you didn't go to the professor. You didn't go. You didn't go off on him. You didn't yell or anything. You took your time. You went aside. You cooled off. You waited till you cooled off, and then that's whenever you were ready to let him know what happened. If there was a mistake.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I like the way you resolved it, and then yeah.
Well, let me ask you, what do you think about running late? What do you do about that?
When I'm running late, I tend to not run late more because I'm a bit on the paranoid side about it. I'm not very punctual person, but to not run late, I get my things ready a day prior, and I give myself some time in case something goes wrong, flat tire, or I don't know, maybe my dogs got loose and I need to put them back in the house or something. I come in at 6:45, but I'm in the parking lot by 6 at the latest. So, but in case something were to happen and I were to be running late, I would give notice to whoever I'm supposed to, so that they have as much of a heads up as possible.
That's good. At least let them know that you're gonna be late,
Yeah.
not just leaving them out there.
Yeah.
And that's really good. That you take the initiative of calling in, maybe not calling in that you're not going to be there, but simply it's good to let your boss know or whoever's in charge that there's going to be a little delay. And that's why it's unfair. It's unfair for the coworkers. If they have to stay longer just because you didn't call in, and they didn't know about it, and then a conflict could happen, and you don't want that going on. Mm-hmm.
If you called one of your coworkers, what would they say about you? What would they describe you?
They probably say that I ask way too many questions. Like I mentioned, I'm very curious, and since I'm still, compared to them, I'm still a new employee.
Mm-hmm.
So they have so much more experience, and it's so much for me to learn from. So I'm constantly asking them, hey, how can I do this? Or what could I do better for this? So I guess probably that. They'd probably say that. And I'd hope that they would say that I'm a caring person and that I try helping as much as I can, because I think that's what I try to do. And I hope that it shows so that they know that I've got their backs in case something happens.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with asking questions. There's always not something new to know.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. Um, if like, okay, sorry, I was looking at something else. Name a situation in which you already had a plan going on. You plan laid out, and then you ended up having to change those plans.
Okay. Okay. Last spring, I had made plans with my friends to go camping, and we had this planned out since like months earlier because we were waiting for the right weather, we were waiting for this specific spot, and yeah, we were really excited about this. And it was like a week before our planned trip, and then my parents tell me that we're gonna go to Mexico to visit family, and I'm like, oh, but I mean the dates conflict, But I really wanted to go camping, but I would feel bad if I didn't go visit my family. So I ended up telling my friends, and they were very understanding, thank God. But so we were able to reschedule, and I ended up doing both eventually. So it worked out.
All right then. Maybe one more question is, what do you do for fun?
For fun. I love the outdoors. So I try taking time out of every day to go running at least 30 minutes.
That's good.
Yeah, this summer I developed the habit of, just taking in mind what can I do to better myself in my health wise,
Physical ways.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so I took up two of my favorite hobbies, which is working out and cooking. So I'm very focused on those now. I also enjoy reading things like National Geographic articles,
Oh, I love
or
those.
yeah, because well, I love science, so I love those. Love reading about little animals, critters.
Like the cute frogs, you know.
Yeah,
Those get me every time.
same. But yeah, those or research articles because I mean I'm gonna go further in my career, so eventually I'm gonna need to know those things, and
Of
I
course.
actually find them interesting. All these cases that are happening throughout the U.S. or world even. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Okay. Well, you said cooking, right? I'm
yeah.
just curious as well. I'm a curious person. Um, what is your special dish, or the main one? You're just bomb at it.
I got that chicken parmigiana. I got it down. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe. Well, these were all my questions, but now that you're saying it's chicken parmesan, I do love a chicken parmesan, so
Well, I mean, if I get the job, I'll hook it up.
this will be my lunch then. All right. Well, these are all my questions for now. Thanks for bringing the resume. Of course, it's needed in every single interview. And yeah, we'll give you a call back. I mean, honestly, you're one of the very great candidates, and I'm not just saying that to everyone, but
Oh, jeez, I'm blushing.
but yes, you are a really good candidate. You really made the top of my list.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
so we'll get back to you, and we'll call back tomorrow. We'll just have to discuss a couple more things, and then due to schedule and all that other stuff. Yeah. So you have a good day. It was
Okay.
nice meeting you, and we
Nice
hope to
meeting you
see
too.
you soon again.
All right,
Have a great
thank
evening.
you. You too.
Goodbye.